If you are paying for seller leads and you're wondering why they're not talking to you after you pay for them, this is the answer. Give me the next 5 minutes and I'll show you the process of, first of all, how people bring in your seller leads, where your leads are disappearing, and how you can fix it so you actually speak, have a conversation with these sellers and work out, how to book a valuation with them. So let me start from the beginning. So the average process for bringing in seller leads is this. On social media, you have a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, IN, or some sort of social media ad. This sends people to either a lead magnet or a valuation tool. They pick it up because they're interested in it, pretty happy. And then after that, usually they tell you need to follow up with this lead. You need to call them, you need to text them, you need to email them, and you need to get in contact with them so you can actually book a valuation. And what tends to happen is this. Because your lead starts here at the beginning, right? You've got your stick figure. They're interested in, they see your ad. Oh, I wonder what the value of my home could be. Oh, I wonder if this guy could help me sell my house. And they go, they get the lead magnet. Some of them don't, some of them do. And they'll sign up, they'll give you their details up here. And then what happens? Because they've already become your lead. The place where you're losing leads is here. This is a little black hole. This is where you're losing your leads. Because once they have their lead magnet or valuation tool, their valuation of their property, they're not interested in what comes afterwards. Because a lot of people are using valuation tools and lead magnets across the UK. People people get given free stuff across the UK. Sometimes what happens is they give you the wrong contact details. And that's because they weren't actually interested in what comes afterwards. Sometimes they actually give you the correct details, but they're not interested in what you have to say afterwards. Let me show you how you can reach every single one of your leads before they start shutting off, before they start losing interest. You want to have the conversation, the first conversation, get your foot in the door, here. You want to speak to them before you give them the valuation tool or the lead magnet. Because guess what? Not every homeowner knows how to solve their problem of selling their house. People don't know what they need. But if you have a conversation with your leads before giving them a tool or something that's going to help them, first of all, you've got your foot in the door. So you're speaking with them about what their problem is. If that problem is going to be directly solved by evaluation, you could tell them so and prove it to them. And two, you can give them the right lead magnet evaluation tool. So you're actually directly helping them solve their problem. And then, when you follow up, it's just a continuation of what you talked about earlier. What we like to do is we like to use a little zigzag Facebook Messenger. It looks like a Q with a squiggle on it. It doesn't actually, in real life, it doesn't look like that. But we send people to Facebook Messenger, and then what happens is you qualify them and you ask them, okay, I've got 2 versions of this lead magnet, or I have a valuation tool and a guide to give for different kinds of homeowners or different sellers. Basically, from that, you want to get permission to ask people questions, work out what the problem is, and say, all right, this is the perfect lead magnet or valuation tool. This is the perfect seller's guide for you. And send it over to them, teach them how it works. You can send them a little Loom video, the same way I'm recording it right now. You can just show the screen. And from there, you have your conversation started. Now, I'm probably going to record this a couple more times so it makes more sense that goes on, but this is the gist of it. This is what's actually happening. And when you're following up with people, if you want people to come to your follow-up, If you want to cross this black hole, what you can do is you capture their interest with something else of value. And you say, I'm going to follow you up with this extra valuable thing. And I'm going to send it to your email, and I'm going to send it to you via text. You let them know about it, and that's going to send people all the way to following up to your follow-up after the evaluation tool or lead magnet. Because can you see that this ad is purely meant to get people from point A to point B? Like they're interested in the lead magnet evaluation tool. They get here. If you just directly give it to them, they've got what they want. They can say goodbye. They don't need to give you their real contact details. They don't need to actually follow up with you. They don't need to pay attention to your follow-up messages. Give them a reason to pay attention to you when you start contacting them, both in your message and before you start sending them messages. And that's my piece of value for you today.